Ciao nice people! Welcome back! We are playing more Katawa Shoujo. I don't know what's wrong with my hair. Seems almost transparent, it's fine. And hello Fado, it's bacon time! I hope it's... I wanted to say I hope it's grilled, but that would sound kinda mean, so never mind. Playing this game on modern days is like walking on a landmine field. Honestly though, I don't care. I love explosions. Okay, and thanks again. What? That's 55 months. That's a lot. And this time I remember what we did last time, at least. We were still going on to the Hanako route. And... yeah, she got a problematic moment. Since they kinda spoiled our birthday present for her, and so she fell into antisocial depression and more like how was it called? More like she was in a shock, and she did not do well actually. That cursed iconic duo. Luckily we managed to console her a little, but now she's probably very unstable. Also, did she had those ties all this time? Damn. Okay, so the next day, we start in a new day. And you always try to stop in a new day, so... we start from a new context every time. New day at school. Hanako is more noticeable in her absence than when she is in the room. I feel her empty desk calling out for me. I find myself peering over my shoulder endlessly, hoping that I'm hallucinating and that Hanako will magically appear. She makes sure she's as small a presence as possible when she attends class, and although she had been getting better recently, the fact never changed. Nobody ever pays her any heed in class, and now she's not there. They don't notice her absence. It's as if she just never existed. Well, I don't think that will be the twist, but in another game, it was a... I don't know. If the game was more supernatural, maybe this would be the phase where nobody remembers her. What if? What if supernatural Katawa Shoujo? Hanako disappears and nobody ever heard of her. Then Emi is a Terminator that kills every target she gets. Lily is a superhero with super extended senses. She can perceive everyone from kilometers away, but she still can see. Meanwhile, Misha breaks the fourth wall and behaves like Monica. Lily said that her skipping class wasn't an unusual thing before I met her, but it's still very off-putting. She never existed to begin with, everyone just pretended she did. Ooh. Yeah, that would be the other direction for the twist. Again though, it's not that sort of game, though if that was a supernatural one, would be an interesting twist. There was a similar thing in a game I remember. It was well, it's not like I don't remember the name, but yeah, it's from the I don't remember even the edition house. Though there is definitely a game or more that do this sort of thing. The bells heralding the end of school make me jump in my seat. It's only now that I notice Misha prodding me in the side with her mechanical pencil to get my attention. No! I don't want more trouble. Oh, a sec. Okay. Hello? Anybody here? Hey, stop that. Ha! There we are! Welcome back to her, Teachan! What are you talking about? You keep on dazing off in space. I was beginning to think that you might be trying to contact alien life. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I don't doubt Misha's words. I'm not sure whether it was due to my medicine's side effects, Hanako panic attack yesterday, my worrying about her in general, or all three. Okay, the panic attack was just yesterday. From the dialogue, I misunderstood. I thought like this went on for some days. I yawn tiredly before resting my chin in my palm, having been reminded of how badly I slept. Hey, are you alright? Yesterday kinda rattled me as well. Yeah, I guess. I wanted to speak to Hanako again, though. Did you see her last night? Yeah, Lily and I talked to her. This might sound a bit weird, but can you tell Shizune thank you? From both me and Lily. I know Lily technically didn't thank Shizune, but I could tell her by her reaction last night that she wanted to. At least that's how it works out in my head. Oh, she blushed for a second. I saw her. Don't hide it. We have it on record. I think what Shichan is trying to say is, you're welcome. The furious signing and Shizune reddened cheeks tell me that what she said was entirely different. Her blatantly flustered expression is amusing enough to make me chuckle. What's so funny, Chan? Was it something we said? No, that's not it. I was simply thinking how cute Shizune can be at times. This is not Shizune route, okay? We'll come to that eventually. I promise. I think that Shizune will be the last in the list, because after Hanako I really want to do Misha. But I'm definitely curious for Shizune as well. Is it even possible to have a relationship with Shizune? I don't think I wanted to be thanked, baka! Plot twist. There will be a tsundere. You're right. Shichan is really cute when she tries not to be. I noticed that Misha decided not to sign a response to Shizune. Maybe Shizune's range is enough of a counter to any quantity of cute. Nevertheless, Shizune quickly calms down and signs something else to Misha. Oh, okay, Hichan. Shichan wants you to come and have dinner with us. Dinner, huh? Turning away from them a bit, lest I be swayed by their pleading smiles, I begin to mull it over. Wait, lest. I suppose lest is used to say just in case I might be swayed by their bleeding smiles. I never... well, I understand what it means, but I never used it. So here I'm saving it. Okay. Okay, and... oh, and we were raid! Hello, SG Harlequin. Welcome to the stream. How it's going? Raid it is! Hello there, we're playing Katawa Shoujo with the original content on, which might not be safe. Nah, I have my cover, I have my protection, I have my deflection screen, don't worry. If ever Italian maker, Italian? Very Italian. I only see one guy speaking English with an Italian accent, so yeah, forse hai ragione. I suppose maybe you are right. Did you win the game jam yet? Well, winning, I don't know. The competition is pretty strong. Though the game jam is over in about 10 days, I would say. But we may need to wait a little more for the judges' answers. I don't expect to be first, but I hope at least I can get a nice positioning. Though I don't really care about the score at least. I'm just happy I made a game. I don't know this guy. Who are you? There's an imposter among us. That's pretty sus. I should bring my Among Us plushie. I don't want to get up. Never mind. Never mind. Is a raid or a raid? We should... You know what? We should have the raid from RPG Maker on the screen somewhere when a raid happens. Like in the raid animation. I should definitely update my notification animation because I still have the old ones. Okay, I really have a lot of things to do, but I forget most of them. I'm focusing on making games, so I suppose it has priority. From what I've seen, you're definitely one of the strongest contestants. Oh, thanks. I really like the comment. I really like this because makes me feel more confident. I was definitely confident on what I did, but at least makes me want to continue pushing forward. That's... I don't know what's pushing me forward though, but at least I'm happy to see that the struggles before were for something. Though I feel like my game was not the best one. Definitely, because there are way more other games that have more polish, are way good looking, and still had a good gameplay. Also, because my game is not finished, may be a concern for the final vote. Make cartoon of streamer. I have a PNG2. I still have the PNG tuber, but only for RPG Maker. Later, I really want to try to have a VTuber model, but yeah, I'm not focusing on streaming now. Even if I stream almost every day recently, but I swear, I prefer to focus on making games. On stream, so that's a good combo. And hello Zoro, welcome. Live is so important, but bots had to ping. Okay, I need to show everyone something. This is Discord. Maybe a little... I may have a reaction late, but here. There is a Discord that... Oh. This is the Discord that spams the streamings. And this is Dino that spams the streaming. Though, the problem is... Dino doesn't have any permission on the channel. Doesn't have a permission to view the channel or neither send messages. But it still did. What's happening? That's wizardry. I tried to disable its access, but it's still spamming. I wanted to go on the website to stop it, but I thought, well, let's wait for today. Maybe it's still sharing it in time. No, it just waits for me to just manually spam the stream, and only then it realizes, oh, then I should send my message as well. I don't get it, really. I don't get it. The Discord bots are weird. From now on, I will try to... I think I will keep it until it's kinda late of 20 minutes or more. Because it was still 1-2 minutes late. It's fine. Too smart. I can't outsmart bots, I know. Maybe the role of the bot is overwriting the permission. No. I don't think so. Unless the bot is intentionally like trying to go around the system. I can definitely remove it from the website though. For now I will give it one last chance to save itself, okay? The bots will take over. I already made a way to send a message on Discord when you do something on RPG Maker in any game. I need a server though. Like an uploaded server. But I have it. I managed to finally have a online hosted server, so I can technically send a message on a Discord channel I own or I manage when something happens in any of my games. Like, if you play Spawn Bunter and you die 1000 times, the game could send a message to the web server and send it to my Discord and say things like, oh, someone died 100 times. And you get publicly shamed. Okay, let's not do this though. I don't know why I started to talk about it either. I just wanted to share, I suppose. The invitation was for... okay. Come and have dinner with us. Well, if those were normal girls, definitely. Though we are talking about Misha and Shizune. Look at them. They definitely planned something. The invitation certainly is tempting. A takeaway dinner with two cute girls is not a bad thing after all. Yeah, Isao, they may be cute, but look at them. Do you really trust them? Do you really trust those two? The thought of Hanako locked up in her room, though, keeps dancing on the edge of my mind. Sorry, I'll have to pass. Normal girls, do they even exist? Well, even if those two are kinda annoying, to not say anything else, I would still prefer those above normal girls, though. Because, well, again, they are... Because, of course, anime girls are made appository for that, so it's like idolatrizing something unreal, which is unfortunate, really. Oh well. I have to pass. Aww. Misha doesn't sign my response, but Shizune picks up on it easily enough, and grimaces in disappointment. She moves her arms, assumedly beginning some form of either protest or coercion, but stops herself and taps Misha's shoulder twice. Once Misha gives Shizune her attention, the only statement Shizune has on the matter is a shrug. Oh well, it's your choice, Hichan. I promise I'll join you too another time, if that helps. Misha perks up at this, but Shizune doesn't share a reaction. With a flick of the head to signal for Misha to follow her away, Shizune simply raises her hand to silently wave me goodbye. Yeah, sounds like a mafia gang here. The boss goes away, moves the head, and Misha obeys and follows her. As the two make their way out of the door, I return the gesture until they're out of sight. I don't think they would be so disappointed, and it makes me feel a little bad for ditching them. Still, I have things to do. The girls' dormitory is especially rowdy today, with a number of girls loudly playing games and watching the television in the common room of the first floor. I can hear their voices even now, standing in front of the Hanako door. It's an odd contrast to the emptiness of the floor she's on. The voices from below make the emptiness feel all the more lonely. I had hoped Hanako would be in class today, especially after the talk Lily and I had with her. But I feel like I shouldn't hold it against her. It was a pretty awful episode, and to have experienced it firsthand must be all the worse. Not knowing what state she's in? Japan, right? I take a small breath before giving a few sharp knocks on the brown door. All I can do is standing here and wait, doing my best not to feel anxious. As the seconds were on, I begin to think she might be asleep and didn't hear me knocking. The door handle rattles a little before I can raise my hand to knock again, though. Someone is speaking! We already saw this sequence, right? The door opens a sliver, an eye appearing in the gap only just large enough for it to peer through. But being an anime girl eye, it's pretty wide. I'm sure this girl would install a peephole in their dormitory door if not such a thing was allowed. I just stand and smile at her. I don't think words would really help here after all. Taki is returned in kind, with Hanako wordlessly looking at me. The gap is not wide enough to see her expression, and I can only guess that that's what she's thinking. Time passes as we look at each other, the only sound being the disembodied gaiety from the ground floor. I'm not sure how long it takes, but eventually the eye moves away. Sounds like a Zelda boss fight. The eye moves, attack the eye! Where did the eye move? Oh, it's here! Attack, attack! I keep wondering whether she let me in or shut me out, until the door slowly begins to creak open. That's very loud. Now that I have a full view of her and the bedroom behind, the first thing I notice is that Hanako's hair is quite damp. She's recently showered, which is made even more obvious by the scent of shampoo wafting towards me. She may be a shut-in, but she's clean, okay? Take example. The look on her face seems one of curiosity, as if she's not really sure what to make of me. Even so, I'm not really all that sure of what she's thinking. Feels as if she's gone away for a long time. Well, I'm not saying that shut-in that shower very often are better. I'm just saying shut-in is enough. Shower is just a plus, okay? Shut-in is just already pretty good. If you shower, you have my full attention. If you don't shower, it's fine anyway, as long as it's a girl, okay? It feels as if she's gone away for a long time, and having now returned, neither of us knows what to say to the other. Hanako realizes she's staring, looking away awkwardly, before turning to the side and gazing at her feet. Hanako oiled that to them. Well, I suppose she doesn't use it a lot, so she doesn't think she needs to. I decide to take it as an invitation and step past her into the room, closing the door behind me as I do. Why we don't hear it again, the door? Why did we don't hear the again? I see her hands fiddling with the folds of the oversized gown that hangs from her shoulders. I try to concentrate on what I want to say, but the scent from her adults my senses. To my surprise, it's not me, but Hanako that breaks the silence. Why? Because... why did I come here? I was worried about Hanako, so I came to her room. She let me in, as I had hoped, and then what? What did I mean to do? What did I mean to say? Why didn't I think it through before coming here? I want to make up for what I feel I caused, at least partially. I want to try and remove the distance I feel between us since then, and to see her happy. How can I do that when I don't know the first thing about her? I wonder if this is how Hanako felt when she saw me lying in that sterile pastel blue hospital bed. A deep sigh steadies my nerves a little and ends my stammering. I don't think I've ever felt this nervous around someone before. When I'm like this, I don't think I can lie. Even if I could bring myself to, Hanako would see through it right away. I don't know. I just wanted to see you, I guess. Oh, she's blushing. Her fingers stop moving, giving me a little surprise. Looking up to her face, she gives a sweet smile and a nod. That was a satisfactory answer for her. Since you're here... I hope it doesn't suddenly turn into a 18+ scene, because we didn't see them for this entire Hanako route. I'm worried it might start sooner or later. I'd like to play a game of chess with you. I almost hang my head in disbelief that all she wants to do, after I've been winding myself up so much, is play a game. Looking at her face though, a tentative smile perched upon it. I realize that this is more than that. She could have not bothered answering the door. I want to play a game. Well, at least in Saw films, I didn't see them, but there's at least one more player than just a contestant and the evil guy itself. Maybe with Lily we can do a game. She could have shut the door as soon as she saw my face. She could have asked me to leave. She could have rejected me at many points, but she didn't. Now, with his calm face, she wants me to play the same game that we played when we first really spent time alone together. A feeling of relief washed over me. Everything will be alright. Hanako has let me into her world. As long as we can be together like this, I think everything will be alright. Would be my pleasure. Aww. And I play chess all night. Well, maybe not all night, but... The day of Hanako... Ah, okay, we are time skipping to Hanako birthday. The day of Hanako birthday party is finally here. Wait. Okay. It's not a birthday party though. It's the goodbye party for Lily, which also counts as Hanako birthday party. I realized, are we going to get a strip chess scene? That's exactly what I thought, but I refrained to say it because I thought, no, there can't be a chess strip game. They barely know each other now, or kinda know each other. Though you got a point, maybe later. Though again, I don't see Hanako as the girl to play strip chess. Anyway. To be honest, I'm looking forward to see Hanako and Lily in their pajamas again. You pervert. I agree. Hanako's gown has grown on me. It's looking rather cute, though a bit conservative. And Lily's shorts and... What do you mean a bit conservative? That's the best part! And Lily's shorts and thin sequin top are a lovely combination. But the event is stained a little with the memory of Hanako's reaction to it. I still don't understand what happened, only being able to vaguely guess at the possible reasons for it. Those conservatives, I tell ya! Always covering the anime girls. Well, I don't mind where anime girls, or in general, they show a little more skin. I don't really like when they show all the skin, but sometimes it's also better when they don't show skin, when there are like cute characters, like Hanako for example. It depends, it depends. I don't understand what happened about the Hanako reaction, only being able to vaguely guess at the possible reasons for it. But I don't think finding the answer will be as straightforward as asking her. With that in mind, I knock on the door next to Hanako's. Is that you, Isao? Yeah, it's me. I can hear the pitter-patter of footsteps coming to the door, followed by the sound of the lock snapping open. I don't think I've ever seen Lily's door locked before, and it makes me a little suspicious. Once the door opens, the sight is a little underwhelming for a birthday party. What do you mean? That's everything a man could ask for. Come on. Hanako returns to her seat at the table with a quick smile and a nod, leaving me to close and, assuming they wanted it to be kept that way, lock the door. As I do so, I realize that the scene before me is that of an evening tea party, just like any other between the two. Somehow, I don't think I should be surprised. To my relief, Hanako looks relatively calm. The break from class has probably done her good, and given her time to wind down a bit. I take a seat between the two, at the low table in the center of Lily's room, the brightly colored teapot steaming away between us. A town, bro. Well, I thought. Ah yeah, the teapot. That's pretty steamy, huh? The teapot. Sorry, I'm being a little silly. A tall brown bag close to Lily's side catches my attention. I covertly try to glance inside a couple of times, but can't get a good look from here. Looking at Hanako seems like she's as curious about it as I am. Hey Lily. Lily finishes off the teacup raised to her lips, before setting it down and giving me her attention. Yes? I was wondering about that brown bag. Lily be like, what the fuck is brown? He's out. What the fuck is brown? What do you mean brown? What the fuck is a brown? She pauses for a moment, then gives a slightly cheeky smile. That would be Akira's present. Unfortunately, she said she was working and can't join us. Lily leans over and fills out the item inside, before raising her arm. I raise an eyebrow at the two items. Not one rise from the bag. She can feel the brown. Oh yeah, every color has a braille pattern to it, I suppose, right? Well, how does it work? Each item reflects light in a different way. That's why they have a different color. So maybe Lily is so advanced, has the touch so advanced that she can perceive the molecular structure of the item to understand which sort of light it reflects. And so she can understand which color everything is. That's how she knows. The glass snacks are grasped by Lily, on either side of her middle finger. So this is why she had her door locked. I don't get it. Ah, okay, wine. Of course, Akira gives wine. Wine. There are two small tots as the bottles are brought to rest on the table. One red, one white. I wonder why the red wine is called red if it's purple, and why is the white wine called white if it's transparent? Slightly yellow even. I want to believe that it's fake, non-alcoholic wine, but if it was, there wouldn't be any need to be this circumspect. Alcohol, seriously? Are you sure this is a good idea? Lily smiles politely and giggles. I'm not really convinced that she is. Those would be the present for my sister. I know it's questionable, but a little shouldn't hurt. If Lily took serious issue with it, I don't think she'd have agreed quite so easily. That aside, I had Akira squared as the serious and responsible type. Maybe like an older Lily, but looks like I was wrong. We aren't even legally able to drink yet. Well, in that case, I won't complain. They don't look bad either. I'm no connoisseur, but at least the bottles look nice. Apart from surreptitious glass of... A surreptitious? What the hell is surreptitious? Surreptitious. Kept secret, especially because it would be not approved of. Okay, sure, let's keep this surreptitious. How is it even pronounced? Let's see. What? Sorry? Surreptitious. Surreptitious. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm kinda understanding. Apart from a surreptitious glass of wine or two given from my father at family dinners, I haven't really had enough to know what's what. Yeah, I don't drink a lot of alcohol either. I almost never actually. Only when other drink it. So I don't really know the difference between white and red. I gotta confess. I suppose that red is maybe less. I don't know actually. I should pay attention next time. Though I don't really drink for like. I don't drink wine for like 1 year or even more too. Though I definitely drank beer sometime because my friend liked it. Honestly, I also prefer beer over wine because the wine is so sour. The beer is way better. It's also a little sparkly, which makes it more fun. You know, I still don't drink a lot. That and I can't really say that I'm a total straight edge. Going by Hanako's expression, she's thinking the same. And it's her birthday anyway. Shall I open one? Sure, I get... Wait. Shall I open one? Sure, I get some... My heart skips as I hear 3 sharp bangs coming from Lily's door. Hanako's head flicks around, and Lily's eyes close as she listens intently. None of us wants to be busted for this. Who is it? Let me in, I'm cold! Who is it? I'm cold. I think that might be the other classmate we met. Right. No, wait, maybe it's Akira, but she said she can't come. Lily lets out a resigned sigh, before motioning for Hanako to open the door. Maybe it's Akira. She obediently gets up and fusses with her gown before moving. Apparently, still not quite sure of who it is, but trusting enough Lily to do as she requests. I can just see a blonde, dark-suited figure, yeah, it's Akira, become visible over Hanako's shoulder as she opens the door. Happy birthday, Hanako! Thank you, Akira. Hanako gives a small bow while twiddling her fingers in front of her. So, this is Lily's elusive sister. Akira follows Hanako to the table after shutting the door behind her, giving me plenty of time to have a good look at her. Ah, right, it's the first time we see Akira in this timeline. She looks to be an adult the same age as Hanako. Ah, so it's shorter than Lily, and has short blonde hair that's quite roughly cut. That, in addition to a rather modest breast, masculine suit, and deep voice, gives her quite an androgynous effect. Wait until you see her boyfriend. Wait until you see her boyfriend. Without further ado, she plops herself down on the side of the table across from me. It's nice to have your company after all, Akira. Did work let you off? Yep, I have to go back here in a bit, but I managed to get enough of a break to drive down. So this would be Zao then. A confident smile gets thrown in my direction, so I nod politely in return. Considering she just jumped straight to using my first name, she's just more informal than her appearance would suggest. Wait, if she already knows who I am, that must mean Lily's talked about me with her. I wonder what she said. Sorry for not introducing you, Isao. This is Akira Sato, my elder sister. I see. Nice to meet you. No, Hanako! Boing, 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 boing. The person in question loudly claps her hands together, making Hanako jump a little bit. Akira notices this, and looks uneasy for a fraction of a second before getting back into her stride. Oh, only now I realize that Akira hasn't paid Hanako scarcely undue attention. Hanako also seems to be comfortable, if not exactly relaxed, around Akira. Well there, I assume the presents go through? No point in waiting, considering Hisao and the birthday girl looks like they're pretty eager. Lily giggles as I awkwardly turn away, a little embarrassed by the fact that I couldn't hide my interest. Hanako's eyes are telling me that she wants to try the wine together with me though. So I settle for a look of badly feigned indifference. Why is everyone watching at me? Or at least the sisters. Akira manages to uncork. Uncork! Ah, yeah, because yeah, remember now, the thing that closes the bottle is called a cork. Though, I don't know, sounds funny, uncork. I don't know why, it sounds very funny to me, uncork. Akira manages to uncork the first bottle with small effort, and Hanako goes to get some glasses before I get to pour the four of them full of... the four of them, the glasses, full of white wine. I heard somewhere that white wine has less alcohol than red wine. Okay. So that's the difference. I really don't... I don't really know. I drink... I don't drink wine this much. You know what? Screw it! Uncorks your cork! Why is it so funny? It has less alcohol than the red wine, so I think would be the best to start with. Here's to Hanako and Lily's trip, and to Lily's trip. Cheers! Cheers! After the traditional rising of the glasses, we all take sips of the pale yellow liquid. It's not even like the stuff I had with my parents, with the fruitiness of the flavor almost entirely hiding the taste of alcohol. Maybe this is what proper wine is supposed to taste like. Then again, it's possible that Akira just chose a wine which would be suited to our tastes, since none of us are used to alcohol yet. Or at least I hope none of us are. This isn't too bad, I was expecting something harsher. If you hadn't liked it, I have a few other varieties you could have chosen from. You sound like you know your stuff when it comes to wine. Only a bit, I'm more of a beer kind of person. Yeah, same. And I don't drink a lot of beer either. I don't... Yeah, as I said. I was thinking though, a thing that I'm missing though is the special drinks that they offer at the bars, like the mixes. I remember only drinking one of those during one of my classmates when they turned 18. They had like a big party and there was some alcohol, and they mixed alcohol with a lot of stuff actually. I remember I tried like Coca-Cola mixed with alcohol, if I remember correctly. But I feel like they usually try to mix it with tropical fruits. That was what I remember at least. Yeah, no, I feel like I missed something on alcohol, but honestly I don't think it matters that much. We have better things to indulge ourselves into, like pizza. Pizza, definitely. Who cares about... Okay, that's kinda a different thing, comparing alcohol and pizza. Still, I hold my ground. I prefer pizza than alcohol. Well, it depends on the pizza actually. Last time we ordered a pizza, it wasn't that good. It depends, again, okay, I suppose it depends. I have the drinking side down pat, though. As if to prove her point, she refills her glass before bringing it to her lips and flicking her head back. Hanako and I silently watch as the whole glassful disappears down Akira's throat. I can't decide whether to be impressed or put off, but I certainly don't have any urge to imitate the act. Lily grimaces slightly at her sister's boast. I note that she's sipping from her glass as she does so, though. Anyway, now that Akira's gift has been opened and sampled, shall we move on to ours? Gifts? That's right, we got your presents. It's your birthday after all. This is from me. Lily pulls out the carefully wrapped doll from under the table and passes it to Hanako. Hanako handles the present as if it was glassware, carefully turning it over to remove the tape that binds the wrapping. Eventually, the paper falls from the doll, revealing the emerald green of the doll's dress. It's beautiful. I'm not sure what reaction I was expecting from Hanako. The near total lack of dolls in her room made me think that she didn't care about them, but the look in her eyes now is something different. She turns the doll around with the same delicacy she afforded the wrapping, as if she was expecting it to fall apart in her hands. I'm glad you like it. Isao picked you out, to be honest. Hanako suddenly remembers that she is not alone in the room and shifts her focus from the doll. Yes, I like it. Thank you, Lily and Isao. Actually, I got something else. I reach into my bag and I move the wrapped chess set. Here, happy birthday. Hanako carefully sits Lily's doll next to her and opens my present with the same care that she showed Lily's. Before long, the checkered squares of the chessboard are visible, and Hanako gently runs her fingers across the carved surfaces. Oh. Almost by accident, she triggers the catch of the lid, startling herself in the process. Hanako, can you not get startled by yourself at least? She opens it and retrieves one of the grey pieces. Wait, grey? Did they add a third player to chess? What is this? She seems as absorbed in the chess pieces as she was in the doll before. They're coral. Natural coral. Undyed. Or so I'm told. Thank you, Isao. Okay, maybe they are grey because it's coral. No problem, it's your birthday after all. That's right. My birthday. Yeah, we already know. She probably has a trauma on the birthday. We know. Once again, Hanako's reaction seems a little off, but she carefully closes the board lid. I notice Akira's smile beginning to look very strained. I wonder if she knows anything about what happened in class, given that she seems to be treading on eggshells around Hanako. I'd like to play you again sometime. I'll make sure I'll play you first. Oh, that's so adorable. Look at her smile. Look at her smile. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, but we need to look better. Wait a second. That's very weird. So, why? Oh wait, something is not working. Okay, here. Look at the freaking doll! She seems alive! What is this? The doll feels alive! That's very unsettling. Why does the doll feel like it's alive? Look at it! It's like she's looking at Isao! Look at this! What is this? That's so unsettling. Can we get a root with the doll? Well, that's kinda... I won't lie. The doll looks kinda cute. Though... I don't know. I swear that doll is alive. Where did the game end? Wait. Oh, come on. The game died. No, the game is out of the window. Let's see if I can. I get why. Okay, here. We got it. Okay, here we are again. That doll, though, I swear. She takes the doll she received from Lily and holds it to her chest, together with a small chessboard, putting the piece on top. This will be my piece, the doll! The act seems to settle her down somewhat, and we just sit in silence for a while. I think it's one of the few times I've seen her genuinely happy, cradling the friendship of the two people to her chest as tightly as she can. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Isao. In the process of thanking us, Hanako drops the chess piece and fumbles a bit in her rush to retrieve it. Once she finds it, Hanako puts the chess set down and nervously gulps at her wine. It's as if the real world suddenly rushed back into her consciousness, and her fastest escape from it was in a glass. Hey, easy here, you shouldn't drink that fast. It's a party, Sao. Despite saying this, there is a slight concern edge to her voice. Eventually, acquiescing, Lily proceeds to follow Hanako's lead, though not as eagerly. She looks to be taking small sips from her glass and letting the wine settle on her tongue before swallowing. I decide that this is probably the best approach and do the same myself. I heard a good way would be to I forgot. Putting some water in the... I don't remember. Putting some water in the glass. Shaking it to it. Empty the glass and then put some wine. I don't know. I vaguely remembered something. Someone told me about this trick, but I never tried and I don't even know if it works. Like putting water in the glass, cleaning it and emptying it and then putting wine. No, maybe it was putting some wine with water. I don't remember. That sounds kinda weird now that I mention it though. Since this is kind of a going away party for you as well, I hope you enjoy your trip at least a little. Lily, hopefully your aunt will be okay. You know what would happen if the aunt dies? She will aunt her in her dreams. I hope your aunt is okay too, Lily. So you could say her aunt house is haunted, right? Lily and I are slightly taken aback by Hanako's fervor to wish Lily well, despite her own familiar situation. I'm a little impressed. My, thank you both. I'm sure to convey your thoughts to my family when I meet them. It'll all be fine in the end, Lily. Don't worry about it. Since the room mood has become noticeably more sullen, I decide to try and move things along. Well then, shall we start on the cake? There's cake? You got my interest. My tentative suggestion has the intended effect, everyone lightening up considerably. Yes, please. Cake? I didn't know there was any cake. Ha! Because the cake is a lie! Gotcha, Lily! I picked one before I came, along with some snacks. Well done, Isao. At least one of us remembered to bring one. Everyone seems to welcome the distraction, so I retrieve the cake from my bag and start cutting it up. Mixing wine and chocolate cake isn't something that I thought would work well, but none of us seem to mind. Conversation is temporarily suspended as we start to eat. I was initially wary of the idea. Hanako's panic attack? After Hanako's panic attack, I expected the worst from tonight. But I think Lily's idea of giving her good memories of her birthday is working. That and also having it shared with her going away party. From Hanako's reaction to her gifts, I can tell she was really appreciative. Hanako tries to pour herself another glass of wine, but ends up spilling some on the table. She had a couple by now, so considering that she's never had alcohol before, it's no wonder if she's feeling a bit lightheaded. I wonder how she will act when drunk. Will she become... I don't think she becomes more extrovert. She becomes extroverted. I think she will just start crying. I don't know what I do when I get drunk, honestly. I'm not sure I want to know. People get or more extroverted or they can even start crying. Since I exclude Hanako becoming any sort of extroverted, I'm betting for crying. What do you bet? What do you bet on me, actually? Why not? Give me a second. There are other options. I think. Okay, here we have a pool. We have a pool. I don't know myself. Okay, there's no answer. There's no right answer. So, sorry, Lily. I didn't mean to make a mess. Don't worry, I got it. Aww. Lily reaches sideways and gently takes the fussing Hanako in her arms, giving me pause. It's okay, Hanako. I'm just happy you're here. Oh, isn't this the sweetest? Hanako gives only a faint nod in response. It's fitting, I suppose, that Lily would be the one to support her like this. I have no idea what Hanako would be like if she hadn't. Seeing the two like this makes me appreciate the fact that I'm privy to such an intimate moment. Even Akira can't help but smile at the sight. I never would have thought I'd manage to find new friends so quickly, and I'm all the more thankful for that of all people, those two are the two I befriended. They slowly break off from one another. Oh, I like how there's a small animation here. Sounds. There's a small animation. That's very, very small, but I think helps a lot showing at least the end of the animation of them getting apart by just moving the sprites. They slowly break off from one another, Hanako regaining herself somewhat, while I quickly get myself back on task. I find a towel among Lily's tea set and... Okay, well, I'm stopping it as well. And start mopping up the spillage. By the time I finish, however, Hanako and Lily have managed to uncork the other bottle and have topped off their glasses. What do you mean you're getting more drunk? Looks like you're enjoying the wine then. Just don't go too crazy with it after this, mind. We all dutifully nod and agree, but the reminder feels a bit silly given that she's the one supplying underage people with alcohol. Oh no! Oh no, what are those faces? What's Hanako face? What's Hanako face? Why is she so smug? I don't know why it doesn't work. Here. Why is Hanako so smug all of a sudden? Why? Oh, come on. I don't know why it happens. Okay. I'm extroverted, really? Well, I think that would make sense. When I'm drunk, I can become more extroverted. Again, though, I don't really define myself as extroverted because I took a lot on stream. But in person, I don't really take control on the discussion. I just try to add something. I think I started as a pure introverted. Now at least I feel like I'm getting in the middle. I'm some sort of hybrid. Which I feel like it's the best spot ever. Because you get a little more confident in discussions while still having the humility of having being an introverted. So you understand more by if you were an introverted and slowly start to get more confidence. I think that's the best spot to be. The second glass of wine goes down a lot quicker than the first, and before any of us notice, the second bottle is empty. While Akira is helping us finish them off, Hanako looks to be almost equaling her in the amount she's had. My head feels a little light, but I think I managed to gauge my own tolerance surprisingly well. Hanako smiles slightly, toying with her doll's hair. I think it's a pretty safe bet she hasn't moderated herself as well as I. I don't think it was Hanako's intention to get this drunk, but It seems that the alcohol hit her all at once. She has a very light frame, something which wouldn't help her handle her boots well either. Lily cradles her glass, running a finger around the rim. Her cheeks are rosy, but she's managing to avoid looking woefully drunk. Though she has a pretty cute smile. Akira is, as I somewhat expected, largely unaffected. Her smile might be a little wider than before, though. Maybe. What was this? Hanako suddenly hiccups and accidentally knocks over the door. I think I should maybe go to bed. Thank you, Isao. Thank Lily and Akira. She slurs Akira in pretty hard, barely avoiding breaking out in a giggle midway through. She's completely blustered, and I can't decide whether I should feel a little bad or not for being amused at the state she's in. It's really bizarre to see her acting so carefree. I assume that it's only with the help of alcohol. Why not having her drunk 24 hours a day? After she gets of age. I think it's still dangerous, never mind. Wait, wasn't there like a character that could give has the power to give someone the drunk effect? I don't remember. I remember vaguely that there was some character, anime or video game, I don't know, that can give someone the effect of being drunk and in a drunken state. I don't remember. Hey, let me give you a hand. Akira begins to get up to help Hanako out, but she stopped when Lily gives a sharp cuff. Isao, would you please? Why me? Maybe... I don't know. Akira looks a little surprised. I have to admit that I am as well. I don't mind the request at all, let alone when it's said with such a smile. It just comes rather unexpected. Sure, no problem. That smile. I pick up the chess set and help Hanako stand up. I do feel somewhat responsible for her, considering that, other than Akira, I am probably the most sober person in the room. She nurses the doll in one hand and offers me the other. Oh, good transition. Oh wait, that's good. This transition is sick. Oh, okay, that's cool. We stumble out of the door, into the hallway, and into Hanako's room. Hanako bumping into me a number of times on the way. A number of times, that's like 4 meters. Inside the room, I flick on the light as Hanako turns her attention towards a shelf on her dresser. An elegant doll is sitting on it, staring into the bare room. There you go. You'll be safe in here. Oh, wait. There are 2 dolls. It's way different now, the doll, though. Why does also the other feel real? What is this? Hanako gingerly places the doll next to the other one and straightens its dress. They sit in silence, hair and clothes perfectly arranged. Just like the teapot in Lily's room, they serve as a distinct contrast to the dull whites and greys that permeate her bedroom. Satisfied that her dolls, her only 2 real possessions, are safe, Hanako takes a step back and stands up, staggering. I realized. I'm breathing with my mouth. That's why I'm tired when I stream too much. Is it? Hanako takes a step back and stands up, staggering severely. I step forward to catch her if need be, but she regains her balance without my help. Yeah, I should try to breathe with my nose. I don't know if it happens every time or not. For a while, both of us stand in silence as Hanako looks downwards towards the cupboard. After a minute or 2, she begins to sway a little from side to side. It's very off-putting. Are you going to be alright? Hanako raises her head and turns around to me as if she's only just remembered that I'm also in the room. What's unexpected is that she takes 2 steps towards me and wraps her arm around my body. Oh, her head coming to rest against my chest. I can feel my heart beating as all my senses feel like they're coming alive again after they're dreading through the previous drinking. The smell of wine on her breath, the feeling of her fingers through my clothing, the scent of her hair underneath my chin. My hands remain out in front of me, not daring to touch her. The temptation is there to hug her, to embrace her, to tell her everything will be fine. But this feels wrong. Really, really wrong. Hanako. But I want to stay with you and Lily. Hanako's lowering reminds me a bit of Misha. She probably wouldn't be pleased to hear that. You know I can't. You're a girl and I'm a guy after all, and Lily needs to sleep. Oh, that pout is adorable. She gives a disappointed groan. It's so strange for her to act so forward. Don't worry, I'll see you again tomorrow, okay? I decide to rest a hand on her head to reassure her, deciding that this is as far as I'll allow myself to go, in terms of physical contact. A headbutt is way beyond the limit. While she is in this state. Hanako's head nudges against my chest. It makes me feel all the more uneasy with the situation. As her arm tightens around my back, I quickly decide to bail out. I rest my hands on her shoulders and give a firm but gentle push. Her grip tightens a little as I do so, but she eventually breaks off. I don't want you to go. Hanako, please, Aki and Lily are going to start thinking weird stuff if I take too long here. It's perfectly true though, too. I really don't want to take any chances, and I feel very uncomfortable right now. I shouldn't try to read anything into the way she's acting right now. I read that aside from alcohol lowering inhibitions, people can react to getting drunk in many different ways that don't necessarily reflect reality. Well, we're in a video game. It's not reality in any way. I have a mosquito here. Give me a second. Aha! Gotcha! Okay. And even without that, there are plenty of ways to interpret what she's saying. As long as she's safe, I'm going to try and get out of the room as soon as possible. Hanako hiccups again, looking a right mess as she stands and looks downcast in the center of the room. Her personality changed as she drank more and more, and now, all alone in her room with me, her previous brightness seems to have left her. Was she just acting upbeat to make sure we didn't worry? Even if she was, what could I possibly do for her, since I do exactly the same thing in regards to my own condition? She died. Distancing myself from my thoughts, I eventually managed to corral Hanako towards her bed. Corral? That's new. I suppose lead. Gather together and confine. Put or keep. Ah wait, the corral is... a corral is where you put the livestock. So it's a way to lead someone in somewhere where they're confined. Interesting. I didn't know the name. Screenshot, let's go. Though her attempt to tame the wild shits on it end up accomplishing little. Sorry about tonight, Hanako. I know you probably won't remember any of this, but happy birthday. I'm sorry if I couldn't do more for you. She looks up at me for a moment. I have no idea if what I said actually got through to her, but any chance to ask is lost as her eyes peacefully close. I sigh in relief before quietly backing away from her and leaving the room, flicking the light switch off as I go. I hesitate a little before opening the door to Lily's room again, quickly rehearsing what I should say if I get questioned about Hanako. After a few seconds, I still can't come up with anything. I open the door and make sure to close it behind me, lest any passing students catch a glimpse of the wine. Oh, and there's... Oh, hello, Steel Soldier! Welcome to the raid! Welcome there, how it's going? I'm real! I swear I'm real! I saw you before, how was it going? I thought, yeah, I saw you were doing some pixel art, right? How did it go? Hello Bashuran, hello Steel Soldier Ray, right, yeah, hello Pickaxe. Is it intentional that Pickaxe uses a pickaxe emote? Is it a coincidence? Can't believe anime is real. Well, partially. The anime here is still not real. Very unfortunate, I know. Katawa Shoujo! It is Katawa Shoujo! With a twist! We have the original adult content on. Though it will be censored. I have ways to protect the stream, don't worry. I was working on RPG Maker prototype. Oh, okay. I saw your video on a Nova server. So you're working on another game with the same style. Or maybe it was before the contest even. Ah, interesting. I'm pretty curious for it. Best of luck, thanks. But again, I have a trick. The stream or the feed is 5 seconds late. So I can press a button and switch to a safe area. So with 5 seconds in advance, I can switch to a safe scene. And from there, I can vaguely explain what's happening. Or at least with metaphors. I use metaphors. Like leveling up, and I won't explain my metaphors. We got through 3 routes already with no issues. Well, because we don't have a lot of followers. If we had, maybe we... I think it's fine. I still have the VODs, or some of them, and nobody got a problem. Nothing got a problem. Also, the videos on YouTube neither got a problem, so I hope I'm handling it well. Favorite route so far? Okay. I feel like I would answer not best route, but best girl. Because they're basically the same thing. I don't know. I don't know. I would say... well, the first one I got was Emi, which was the most memorable maybe, but here even Hanako is starting to get pretty interesting. Though I liked Lily as a lot. So I don't know. I think I will go with Lily's route because I almost got emotional at the end, so I would say Lily's route. I almost cried on stream. It only happened with Steins Gate. Did it? I don't remember. Akira is casually smiling, as is Lily. I welcome the change from the mood in Hanako's room. Is that you, Isao? Yeah, I got Hanako to her bed. She's sleeping now. That's good. I have to admit I hadn't thought that she'd drink quite so much. Hey, it's fine. She's so safe and tucked up in bed now. With the way she is. She awkwardly traces off, though Lily and I would hardly protest. For someone so anxious and fearful, drinking would give an easy out from those constant feelings. I wish I could do more for her. I feel useless. Looking at Lily, I think back to what I asked myself in town. My relationship with her is that of a friend, and has only ever felt that way. But now, I think I know why. Lily has been here for both Hanako and me since I first met her. But she's like that for everyone, trying to do her best to make them feel better. With that in mind, what's the bond between me and Hanako? After rescuing our relationship following the panic attack I inadvertently triggered during class, I feel like we are back to being friends, but she's on my mind more and more. I can't say I view any other girl in quite the same way, but maybe it's just a normal reaction to someone acting like this. Say, Akira. She yawns before looking at me. It's getting pretty late. You know about what happened to Hanako, right? Oh, yeah, Lily told me. I negotiated pretty hard for a break so I could come down and help make her birthday a little brighter. We get along pretty well. It's surprising to hear that from someone as extroverted as her, but if Hanako came to know her through Lily, maybe she had time to get used to Akira. And on that note, I'd better get going. I'm already going to be a bit late as it is. But it's already too late. Sorry, we got a bunch of work dropped on us. Overtime it is. I'm sorry, Akira. A second. She levels herself up with a grunt and heads past me towards the door. Just before she leaves, she turns back towards us. You haven't forgotten about the time for the flight and all the rest? Don't worry, I have everything ready. It's just a matter of packing when it gets closer to the time to leave. Yeah, I always pack the night before. All the time. And it works. Atta girl, I'll see you guys later then. Yo, Akira. And with that, she disappears to the door with her hand held high in farewell. Your sister is something. Alright. I probably should have thought that comment before saying it. Regardless, Lily seems quite amused. You're okay after all that drinking? Not wasted and just hiding it well? I assure you, I'm quite right. I can moderate myself. You seem quite self-possessed as well, if I do say myself. Yeah, well, I guess your moderation applies to me as well. With a little hesitation, I take a seat at the table in front of Lily. I want to address this directly, if for no other reason than to settle my own thoughts. I've been meaning to ask this, but it took me a while to make up my mind. Do you have an idea what triggered the panic attack? I gathered it was something to do with her birthday, but I don't know anything more. Even Akira was being really careful around her, so I assume she knows as well. Lily's smile drops. The gate of the birthday party now well and truly over. To be honest, I'm not sure of all the details myself. Hanako told you that she was in a house fire. She told me as such, after we met and spent a lot of time together. Other than that, she quite simply never told me. Ah, she never told you. Assuming the worst, what does she have to look back upon? A life of isolation and possibly even the death of her family? Maybe even going as far as blaming her existence for their deaths? Even thinking about what little I know about Hanako's past is bleak. To have lived through all that, and to live on with those memories, must be infinitely worse. Lily looks similarly depressed, but I can see her rebuild at least some of her composure before my eyes. I get the feeling that both of us are talking more frankly than we might otherwise, thanks to the wine. But it feels like just talking this out is a good thing anyway. I feel kind of helpless about it. When it's put like that, what can I possibly do for her? I'm not sure I should tell you this, but Hanako told me that you visited her the day after we both went to check on her. I must admit, I did not predict she would take such a step so quickly after what happened, nor did I expect you to. I think it was a nice gesture on your part. Yeah, of course, a friend was in trouble, we didn't see it in class. The least I can do is go check on her. It wasn't much, really. It's just at times like this, I sometimes think it would be better if we never had to leave Yamako, or at least this town. Things are so much easier without others around. I didn't expect Lily to look so troubled at what I say, and for a while, she looks lost in thought. She moves to speak, but stops herself as soon as she does, and rethinks. It's a bit off-putting. I think... Damn it, do you have anything planned for Friday evening? What, are we going to investigate on her backstory? No. Isn't your flight to Scotland the next day? I don't think it would be a good idea to tire yourself before you even get there. Oh, what? Ah, okay. Saturday. I thought tomorrow. No, next day, Saturday. After Friday. I'll be alright. You needn't worry about me. I'll do this tomorrow evening, but I imagine Hanako will be feeling rather off for a while. She thought of how she's going to be tomorrow makes me grimace. Maybe we should count our blessings that she didn't end up simply throwing up from drinking so much while having such a low tolerance. Well, I'm going to be able to attend wherever you are planning. What is it? Nothing unusual, I assure you. Just a little excursion. What, we are going with Hanako to her burnt down house so we can trigger the trauma again, what? And you'd better be off, Isao. I can't imagine it's long at all until curfew is here. Oh, damn, curfew. I'd forgotten. I look at the clock next to Lilybed, but seems to be some oddity without written numerals. Yeah, how does it work? Yeah, I already talked about a Braille clock. Which I suppose makes sense, given Lily's condition. Not wanting to risk an haughty security patrol giving me scolding, I get up and decide to go to my dorm, as she says. Well then, I guess I'll see you and Hanako tomorrow, assuming the both of you manage to get up in the morning. Thank you for your concern, Isao. Until then. With that, I make my way out of the door and into the hallway. I hope your idea will be a good one. So in the game, basically, while I'm waiting for more feedback from the game jam, I decided to start working on a prototype on the side. Ah, okay, so it's a new project. I was hypothesizing or thinking it was a project started before. I haven't used RPG Maker MD since the last year. This should be help as a refresher and also to try out some different things. Oh, that's nice. Before, what did you use? Maybe RPG Maker 2003? Or maybe you stopped before. Though I would say MD, in my opinion, is one of the best choices. Even if it has some limitation, because it's, from what I heard, it's an emulated browser game on a window. I think it's still the best option, which is continuing to get support. I just hope they will make up another RPG Maker engine, which is not Unite, or Wit, or whatever crap they put on consoles, okay? Or Unity. So I also saw it was the same art style, so that's pretty nice. Feels like, with the same art style, I would think would be a game set in the same universe. For Vast 2003. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Definitely 2003. Yeah, I forgot that detail, that's right. Well, this big jump though may be a little sudden, but at least you seem to know very well 2003, so, or the engine in general, so I think you'll do well. The main difference is plugins though, which are very important. And MZ has better support for pixel art, pixel fonts. I recently discovered there is a plugin that makes any resolution pixel art. What I mean is, if you try to zoom the game like by 20%, everything is messed up. The pixels are not pixels. That's very disgusting to see. But with a plugin, I don't remember the name, helps a lot having still the pixels even if the zoom is uneven, 20%. I knew only recently, so just in case I'm saying it. RPG Maker Unreal tuned. I hope it didn't predict anything. Okay, what did he say? I hope her idea will be a good one. Ah, okay, for the trip on the Friday. What do you mean, another mosquito? I think I missed this one. I'm still getting flashbacks to RPG Maker Unite GGG games. I only played one and it wasn't nice. I don't know if anyone else played it, but it was an RPG Maker Unite game where first the developer gave fault to the engine without taking any. And the game was, you need to sneak out a house, but the house had a lot of puzzles out of nowhere. Logical puzzles on a door. And you had to fight like a birdman or run away from a birdman for 2 minutes. And after the 2 minutes, he died because there was a curse on the chest we opened. I don't know, that was so weird. And there is also a final plot twist at the end out of nowhere. Which also the game has a category on Steam. Was it about a chest? Yeah, the chest you couldn't see at night. No, because it was in the room, in the dark room. But there were no way to light in the room. So the chest was always unopenable. That game. Though that means there are more. Also, one game will win the gem, unfortunately. Because there will be one Unite winner. The hammering of a fist against the door feels like a nail being pounded into my head. Once, twice, 3 times. I let a long, annoyed breath and bear it while pressing my eyelids shut. Fervently hoping for whoever it is to just go away. I feel pretty damn awful. My face feels like it's cast out of lead. My arms feel heavy. And I feel very queasy. I forgot what quiz is about. Queasy. Nauseous, feeling sick. Oh, that's pretty sick indeed. Here, I saved it. It's been like days since I woke up half an hour ago, and I can't summon the energy to pick myself out of bed. So, this is what they call a hangover. I wonder if perhaps it's best treatment for teenagers who desperately want to try drinking as a way to feel like an adult. Considering how unpleasant this is, it's not something I want to repeat. Please let me sleep, come on, what do you want? I just want to sleep. A series of thumps ring out again, reverberating around the small room. I wish they'd just give up already. I have no intention of getting out of bed for them. Please don't tell me it's Kenji or I'm just punching Kenji. For once, we choose violence. Seconds pass, turn into minutes. Since no more knocks are coming from the door, whoever it was must have left. Thank goodness. Looking into my clock, the time when I really should think about getting dressed and ready for class is approaching. I don't think I can manage it though. I hate cutting class, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get much done at this rate. I can tell I look like a mess without needing to look in the mirror to confirm it. The morning rush is giving me enough time to stand outside the classroom for a little while, without looking too suspicious. I hope that Mutu doesn't ask any awkward question about my not attending school yesterday. Wait, why not yesterday? We did not skip a day, right? I was sick, that much is true. Wait, is this a time skip of a 1 day? Maybe? I don't know. I was sick, that much is true. It's just the reason for it that I have to hide. Confident I can get by with a tactical omission of certain truths, I stride into the classroom doing my best to appear normal. Okay, that's interesting because I personally don't like to lie at all. I don't feel well when I try to lie to someone. That's why I some time on me to the truth. Like, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I don't have any example, but I can just, for example, when someone invites me out, might invite me out, I could say, I'm busy, I'm sorry. That's true, because I'm busy, not doing anything. Okay, no, that's kind of weird, never mind. But yeah, that's usually what I do. I don't get an example, though. I don't know. The instant I open the door and take a single step in, I can feel a dozen eyes looking at me. There's no way I'm imagining this. They're not even making an attempt to hide it. Oh, there's Hanako. My eyes take a quick sweep around the classroom. I spot Hanako. We make eye contact momentarily, before she looks down and stares very hard at her desk. Did she spill the beans? What may be okay as far as teachers go, but underage drinking on campus is not exactly something that would be taken lightly. I look to him with some trepidation. Feeling better today? Yeah, thank you. He motions for me to take my seat, my legs feeling like sticks as they carry me there. This is going to be a long day. Oh, we are safe. Okay, the class is over, so we might avoid the confrontation with the teacher, though. Why do I still hear boss music? Why do I still hear boss music? Yeah, Shizune and Misha will approach, like 100%. As soon as the lunch bell rings, I'm on my way to Hanako's desk to ask her what's going on. Hanako, did you tell... She looks up at me and shakes her head. That's a big relief. It's just... I knew it! Well, hello there, Hichan. It's nice to see you again today. The iconic duo. Why Shizune is so gleaming. I grimace and turn towards the unmistakable voice coming from behind me. That was way too upbeat a tone of voice to feel comfortable, even for Misha. Misha's happy smile is nothing out of the usual. Shizune, though, is a very bad sign. The one she wears has become notched into my brain as her I got you 7 ways from Sunday. Huh? I've got you 7 ways from Sunday. What does it mean? That's a cute expression, but don't let it deceive you. 7 ways from Sunday. What does it mean? Variation of the common phrase 6 ways from Sunday. Yeah, mean every way imaginable. So I gotcha. It's simply I gotcha. Interesting. I wonder why they say it like that. Hi Shizune, Misha, you look happy to see me. Heh? Not feeling well yesterday, Hichan? No, I wasn't, but I'm feeling better now at least. That's good to know, Hichan. Why do I get the feeling that Shizune is leading me into a trap? You sound like you're not being completely serious. Hi, Anna-chan, we are genuinely pleased that you're all better now. Shizune is positively overflowing with happiness. There's only one reason why she would be like this. Oh no. In fact, we were quite worried about you. After all, you, Hanako, and Lily were all absent from class on the same day. Oh? Ah, yeah, Petit Sus, oh no, Petit Sus. Yep, she got us. So truly that all I can do is sigh in defeat. I guess you have your own theories about this. Could you just kinda not tell anyone? It's a bit late for that, Tichan. I suppose that's right, considering the looks I got as I entered class. Still, things only seem to be at a level of vague suspicion rather than outright accusations, so we probably will be fine. Hanako's face sinks a little further. Such attention is troublesome enough for me, let alone for her. Going by Shizune and Misha's reactions, I think they noticed this as well. Yeah, maybe we are gonna be fine thanks to her. The only reason why we are giving you such a hard time is that you ignored us yesterday morning. Oh, that's who were annoying in the morning. I just want to sleep. Yesterday morning? It takes a while to recollect what happened, given the haze induced by the generally awful state. Oh right, the knocking. That was you too? It was, and you left us here for ages after we'd taken all the effort to come into your dormitory early in the morning. Sorry, I was having problem with nausea? Problem with nausea. Nausea. They're not buying it. I can't blame them. Shizune's head drops in resignation before she reaches into her pocket. Something white and yellow can be seen sticking out a little, and as she pulls it out, turns out to be an envelope with very bright decorations on it. White and yellow? Since she points it towards me, I duly take it. Okay, that's my mail from the girl who declared at me at the start, right? This is what we were trying to to give you, Ichan. You don't check your... I tune out the sound of Misha's voice as my eyes register what's written on the envelope. Hanako, indeed. I stare at the envelope for a moment, before suddenly remembering that there are people around me. That's a very strange, somewhat invasive feeling about their expression. I kind of want to be alone right now. Yeah, I think your mind is a single one with Hanako right now. She looks like she wants to be alone as well. Hanako? It's nothing. Thanks you for bringing me this, you two. I should think so after what we went through to get it to you. I step back and say my goodbyes. Misha theatrically pouts, even as I got out of the door. But Shizune and Hanako remain very visibly curious about my reaction. I hope they won't interrogate me on this later. Why not? What's the problem? Well, you need to open yourself a little, but... that's not really a super secret. Yeah. The smell of the garden is, as always, a very pleasant sensation. Some of the most visible signs of how well-founded the school is, aside from its sheer size, are the expanse and condition of the grounds. A good number of students can be seen eating lunch, chatting and playing on the bright green lawns. Even some of the staff is enjoying the summer here, keeping watch over the students and idly walking along the long concrete paths. I'd never seen a sight like this in my home city. On excursions, maybe, but certainly never in the school or anywhere near where I lived. Actually, near my home, I hear something like this. Kinda. In my old home, even more. Well, more. We have it was weird because near my old home, I had like a very small little forest behind my apartment. It was very weird. When I was a kid, I kinda that kind of felt the dark forest, but it was very small actually. Like I don't know, 100 meters wide and 20 meters long, like a strip of forest. But it wasn't even a forest, but to me it felt like the obscure dark forest, even if it was relatively pretty small. I want to go check it now. Maybe next time I will go check it out, because I'm very curious. Even the bench I sit on to read is warmer thanks to the summertime sun. reminding me of why I haven't worn the school blazer even once yet. Considering this, the sunflower and the splashes of vibrant yellow coloring adorning the paper are quite appropriate for the time. If only the words written on it were as well. Here I was, thinking I managed to get over her, when this troublesome thing shows up. Her handwriting looks vaguely familiar at best. And only now that I see it again, I remember that she used to write in pink pen a lot. She always was very girly, for lack of a better term. But she was also quite fragile. I never know if I liked this aspect of her or not. Though, with the arrival of this letter, that question seems to have become largely mutual. The letter begins with not much more than an update on the state of things going in her life. My old class had a good start of the school year, many are anxious about the exams that will be coming up in the future, etc. But it ends on a very personal, if brief, note. Feels a bit like she wrote most of the letter just to try and soften the blow from the ending. I wanted to somehow express my feelings, but the right words didn't come to me. I couldn't say anything to comfort you. I'm really sorry for not being able to support you when it mattered the most. Even though I like you so much. At least now I finally can be more honest. If I could go back to those quiet days of February and March, I'd tell you not to give up on yourself. That's what I would say. Maybe you wouldn't have drifted so far away if I said something. I hope you managed to get back on your feet on your own. Now that the distance between us is physical, it also feels more final somehow. I wonder if we will meet again. Perhaps it's for the best if we don't. Still, if you would like to correspond with me, by all means write me back. I'd be very much like to hear about your new school and how you're doing. I wish you the best. Hanako. Aww. So that's that. Our relationship is over. Well, I think it didn't even start properly. Nice, neat and tidy, with no ambiguity. I hadn't held on to any illusions that it could ever begin anew. The last time she visited me, neither of us said anything, except for the one word she said as she left. Goodbye. But that as it may, this feels more final. The capstone on an experiment that both of us tried and failed it. A loud shout draws my eyes away from the letter. It's just some students horsing around, with one of the teachers standing nearby coming over to talk to them. Are you okay? Ah, wait, no, that's wrong voice. Hello. A tentative voice comes from my side. For a moment I assume it to be Hanako, but it's actually Yuko. Oh, hello Yuko, I thought you'd been in the library. She gives a cheerful smile, one quite fitting for the atmosphere, and flourishes the empty wrapper of a roll in her hand. She must have someone else covering for her while she grabbed something to eat. It reminds me that I haven't had anything to eat yet. I don't feel hungry though, and skipping one lunch won't hurt. Mind if I sit here? Yuko route? Are we in the Yuko route suddenly? Sure, go ahead. I quickly slide the letter back into its envelope, slipping it inside my bag, propped against the side of the bench. She drops the wrapper into a bin beside us. Without much else to do, I lean back and take what enjoyment I can from the sun, silently reflecting on the letter. The lush lawns, the clear blue skies, everything looks so different from the way it did back then. Even the school surroundings, from the hills it's on to the woods around it, are completely opposite to the urban scenery I remembered. Maybe this is what it's like to feel homesick. I wish a random route triggers, I see. Then again, it's not an outright bad sensation. The feel of the area around Yamaku, while very different, is also nice. I think I can get used to it. Hey, Zao? Yeah? You didn't answer my question. I wasn't going to say anything, but you still look troubled. If you don't want to say anything, though, it's okay. I don't mind at all. Sorry for asking something strange like that. I don't mind. Just I got a letter from someone I knew before I came here. It made me think about some things. I thought I'd managed to get over most of the problems that my accident caused, but now I'm not really so sure. I kinda wish I'd never seen it. I don't think that's good, Isao. When my boyfriend left me... Again! She's single! I repeat, she's single! When my boyfriend left me, he did so very suddenly, and never let me know why. At first I was very depressed about it, but I decided to forgive him. You forgave him? Couldn't he at least have talked properly with you about it? He was always one of those people that found it difficult to come close to others. In the end I decided that I fell in love with him for a reason. He was a good person, and I think that if I had been in this position, I would probably have found it just as hard to try to talk with him. I don't see the connection to the letter I got. I mean, how should I put this? I must have been very hard for the person to send that letter. And if they did, I think they must have thought very hard about exactly what to say. Take the fucking hint, Isao! Come on, where's the Yuko route? Hanako managed to write his letter and bring a final close to our relationship. Something that I'd never managed to do. Whereas, here I am, trying to protect and help Hanako as best as I can. Especially with Lily living for me. Am I not even able to deal with my own problems? Does that make sense? She's taking my non-response and furrowed brow as doubt. She really reads faces too much, just like a certain other person. Which was it? Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe Hanako. That was just kind of a shock, really. I think I tried to fool myself into thinking that my life reset when I came to Yamaku, but now I'm suddenly aware that it didn't. I'm a bit of a loss about how to deal with those feelings. I think it's something I can't really help, sorry. It's fine, I think being able to talk with you helped me get things sorted out a bit. Thank you anyway. She nods and smiles sweetly. Yuko is a nice girl, so it's a shame she's so highly strung so often. She also got scared, come on! Okay, even us. The school bell ringing out startles us both. I was supposed to be back before the bell! Oops. She jumps off the bench and almost races off without a second word, but turns on her heel as she remembers she was talking to me right now. See you later, Isao! Cheer up, okay? I try, thanks, Yuko. With a quick bow, Yuko takes her leave and begins to rush to the library. A flight catches the curious eyes of a few passing students, who are unenthusiastically trudging back to their classes after their fun. Reluctantly standing from the bench, I dust myself off and join them. Even while I walk through the gardens back to the main building, the thought of the letter in my bag doesn't stray far from my mind. A new day? Yeah, it's a new day. What do we do? We played 2 hours. A little more. A little less. Okay. This is Friday, right? This is where Lily wanted to bring us and Hanako. So maybe it's better if we save it for the next time. Because I could definitely play 1 more hour, but again, strains my mouth streaming this game, so we can continue with smaller bits. I think it's best. We still played a nice while. Yeah, no, I would definitely love to continue, but I don't want to strain my mouth, also then I slur words. It's for the best. This is the right moment to stop. Okay. So, before ending the stream, we can raid NPC. Okay, perfect. So, we will continue next Sunday. I should... maybe after the game jam I should make an extra stream. For now it's working every Sunday. And meanwhile, tomorrow we play other RPG Maker games from the game jam. Not only Monday, but the rest of the work days of the next week for 5 days in a row. We do the final rush. Unless I have to skip a stream or two. But for now, we stream all day, okay? All week. 3 hours every day, okay? We need to finish our long backlog. Well, that was a pleasure to be here to play the game and be with you. So, I said my last words, and we'll see ya whenever happens.